Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about WWE 2K25, and not in the manner that you might think I'm going to talk about it today. Tyrese Halliburton went on Monday Night Raw and announced that he will be a part of the June DLC starring Great Khali and Abyss. And yes, those two names alone will make you want to buy a DLC pack just by themselves, and it wouldn't need to include these NBA stars. But with all of that being said, we obviously know what the WWE and 2K and all of that is trying to do right now with this pack. They are obviously trying to bridge casuals and hardcore gamers together, but it still leaves us hardcore gamers begging for more. I play this game pretty much all year long. A lot of you guys that watch my videos, I'm sure you do as well. When you see these celebrities and NBA stars being part of the pack, I know it bothers you, and it bothers me too because I've spoken about it before. But as a content creator, I can't help but try and look at both sides and try to see the reason why. It makes you feel, okay, the people that are being vocal about these characters making the game are the people that are not being vocal about it actually going in there and playing with these stars. Are the statistics just different on the back end than what it looks like in the community? Because you look at the YouTube community for WWE 2K, you look at the X community, those communities are just a small percentage of the people that play these games on consoles, PC, whatever you want to go on ahead and call it. That's just a very small percentage of the gaming community that plays this game. So it makes you think, are people going out and getting these games when they see their favorite basketball star is in there, their favorite, movie star? I mean, at this point, it is what it is. Favorite musician. Did people that like Bad Bunny go out and buy this game just to play with Bad Bunny? If Travis Scott is going to be part of this DLC, is he someone that, people are clamoring for and buying the game for just to be able to fight with them in the game? Out of personal experience and just trying to look at this from a different lens, I look at Mortal Kombat as something very similar to what WWE is doing. Obviously, there's many more characters, wrestlers, just everything, just it's a tad bit different over on the WWE side. But I was looking at Mortal Kombat, I was looking at the fact they got Homelander, Peacemaker, they have all of these celebrities and movie stars in there, and it makes me think, okay, I kind of want to play this game just to play with them, right? And I feel like that is what it's trying to achieve in the end, to get those players like myself looking at a Mortal Kombat and to get people to look at WWE that way, which again, I get where they're coming from a company standpoint, but these wrestlers, celebrities, whatever you want to call them, they continue to get rejected by the community over and over and over again, at least the vocal part of it. And TKO seems to have a really big hard-on for these celebrities because they feel that they bring in extra viewers. They always have a celebrity in the crowd on Netflix. They always have something. I mean, for God's sakes, Travis Scott just interrupted John Cena and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and was the deciding factor. I mean, it just doesn't get crazier than that. And I feel that right now we're at a point where it is getting a little bit worrisome, not just for the game, but for the product. And that's part of, the major issue with this DLC. I would personally like to see even my faction be able to get a bite at some of these celebrities instead of putting them into DLC packs, where people that want to go on ahead and gamble or buy those celebrities, they can go on ahead and go into my faction. You get people to play that mode, just kind of like how my team does it. If you follow the NBA 2K My Team, we've seen rappers in NBA before. They've put Lil Durk in my team and you go in there and play with him. I've seen Quavo in my team. So they can use my faction as leverage to get these celebrities in there and try to bridge the casual gamers into that mode. And that kind of just stays for that. And you still are giving the hardcore players that are paying $120, $130 for the Bloodline edition, you allow them to, continue getting all of the wrestlers that they want. In the end, man, that's just the way I feel about this DLC pack and what they are continuing to do to everything. I missed the days when it was just wrestlers in there, and now we seem like we're just getting a mix of celebrities. And yes, it's only 5 celebrities that are in this season pass, but it still hurts the credibility of the DLC regardless of all the amazing names that they added in there, because people continue to look at it as, oh, they could have had these people in here and not that. Just like the Pat McAfee pack last year, you would think that they learned from that awful, miserable attempt at, you know, what was a celebrity DLC with a bunch of random characters that we didn't know about. And that's the same way it feels with this DLC. Not everybody watches the NBA. Not everybody, you know, listens to the same music. It's just really tough to justify in those players' eyes who feel really upset and almost even slightly gypped at the fact that they are getting characters that they'll never interact with in the game. I think in its own, that's already a problem. And the bigger problem about it all is that people are just starting to figure this out now. Imagine the people that are not on X that just watch the show weekly and, you know, purchase the games. They don't even have a clue of what they're paying for. We're fortunate enough that we are on X. We are in the community. There's YouTubers that talk about it. I try not to go over leaks too much. And just because I just have respect for the devs and what they do, I rather just kind of stay away from that. But if it does come out, you know, it comes out and, you know, we talk about it. But my point is that if people don't follow up on this game outside of just playing the game and watching the product, they wouldn't know till these things drop of who's coming out, because everything is kind of just censored at the moment. We still don't even know who is in the new Wave DLC pack, and that's a problem in its own as well. I mean, there's just multiple problems in this DLC that we look at and we're like, wow, like this is kind of crazy. And for me personally, I express myself about it because this is my way of expressing myself. You know, I love talking about these things to get other people's view on it. And, you know, I definitely don't like celebrities and NBA stars and packs, but that's the card that we're dealt with right now with the DLC. And hopefully, again, they start using my faction in the future as the throttle to get these celebrities out and allow people to kind of stay celebrity free in their game if that's something that they want to do. The best part of this DLC is the fact that we are going to see generic entrances and different things that are accustomed to Tyrese Halliburton on its own, and that is something that we will be able to use on different wrestlers that are not in the game. Like if there's a motion or something in there that maybe looks like for Will Ospreay, you'll be able to use that and, you know, put it on Will Ospreay and the created character. That way it doesn't have something that's emulating a different wrestler, so every wrestler feels a little bit different because of the motions that they're adding. So that to me is all today, folks. Let me know how you guys feel about this news down below. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you guys do enjoy the content. And let me know how you feel about this announcement. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.